Hi, I purchased this Honda mower from Home Depot about 2 years ago, and it has always had a problem with the right front wheel not touching the ground. I didn't worry too much about it as I figured that it was just an adjustment and I'd get to it someday. Well, today was someday, and I looked all over YouTube and forums, but I couldn't find anything and decided to tackle it myself. What I ultimately realized is that there is no adjustment. As you can see, the right front wheel is almost a half an inch from touching the ground, even though all the other wheels are set at the same height. Since we need to tilt the mower on its side for an extended period of time, be sure to turn off the fuel and also drain the oil from the crankcase. I measured the deck at each wheel. As you can see, they are all over the place. I've never noticed an uneven mowing in my yard, so I don't believe that this is as critical as it is for wider mowers. The wider the deck, the more important deck leveling is. That would explain why larger professional mowers have deck leveling adjustments. After I removed the front wheel, I found what I thought was evidence of some adjustability, but as you will see, that was not to be. So let's take it apart and see what we need to do. I first used some WD-40 and sprayed the Torx bolt and also the undernut. Here I'm showing spraying the nut on the other side of the wheel just to show you where it is. I used a 12mm wrench for the undernut and then a T40 Torx bit to remove the wheel plate. This is where I figured out that there is no adjustment on this mower. These clips, there's also another one underneath the plate, along with a bolt, stop any adjustment from happening, unless you cut out the tabs to allow for some extra movement. So with a cutting disc, I cut back the tabs to give me about another 1/4 of an inch. I knew that the fulcrum would turn that 1/4 of an inch into about the 1/2 inch that I needed for the wheel to touch the ground. I would also need to drill out the bolt hole slightly to allow for the slightly offset placement. After reinstalling the entire adjustment mechanism, you can see how I picked up some adjustment room. To hold the plate in place, I installed a small machine screw and nut, and I put some Loctite in the threads to ensure that it wouldn't vibrate off. And voila, it worked! Even though the deck isn't perfectly level, it is much closer than it was before. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps someone.